The diner was nearly empty that evening, rain tapping against the windows, neon lights flickering just outside. The smell of coffee and frying oil mixed in the air as Lena, a young waitress working double shifts, refilled the last of the cups. Her hands trembled slightly, not from exhaustion, but from the anxiety that always followed her lately. She was used to whispers, mocking laughs, and cruel customers who thought her uniform and smile made her a target. But tonight, something felt different, something darker was coming. At the corner booth sat a group of men from the local high school, led by Chad, the kind of bully who'd never been told no. They'd been drinking soda but acting drunk on ego, laughing loud, throwing straws at Lena whenever she passed. She ignored them with the practiced calm of someone who had survived worse. Her mother's hospital bills, her rent, her long nights walking home alone, none of that broke her. But tonight, as Chad stood up, swaggering toward her with a smirk, she knew he was looking for trouble. "Hey, sweetheart," he said, leaning too close, "what's the hurry? You too good to smile for us now?" Lena took a step back. "Please, just let me work." The other guys laughed, egging him on. "Come on, Chad, she's blushing." Then he did something cruel. He grabbed her wrist. She tried to pull free, but he yanked harder, sneering, "Let's see who can save you now." And before she could even scream, he ripped her shirt, tearing the fabric, leaving her standing there, humiliated, shaking, and terrified. For a split second, the diner went silent. Then a deep voice rumbled from the corner, "Let her go." Every head turned. A man stood up from a booth near the window, a broad figure with a leather vest stitched with a logo that made everyone in town nervous, Steel Titans MC. His name was Ryder, and behind him, 3 other bikers rose slowly, their faces hard, their eyes burning with fury. Chad tried to laugh it off. "Hey, man, it's just a joke," but Ryder was already walking toward him, boots heavy on the floor. "You think that's funny? Ripping a woman's shirt? Making her cry?" Chad backed up, suddenly realizing the mistake he'd made. His friends froze, whispering his name in panic. Ryder stopped inches from him, his voice low but deadly calm. "You've got 2 choices, boy. Apologize right now, or I teach you what real men do when they see someone being hurt." Chad's arrogance cracked. I didn't mean you did," Ryder interrupted. "Now apologize." Chad mumbled an apology, shaking as he glanced toward Lena. But Ryder wasn't done. "Say it like you mean it." "I'm sorry." Chad stammered, his face pale. The Steel Titans stepped closer, forming a silent wall behind their leader. The entire diner could feel the weight of justice in the air, rough, raw, and real. Ryder turned to Lena and handed her his own jacket. "Here. You don't ever deserve that kind of treatment." Her eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," she whispered, clutching the leather jacket around her shoulders. Ryder looked back at Chad. "You remember this, kid? You don't touch what isn't yours. And if I ever hear you hurt someone again," he leaned in close, "you'll be dealing with the Titans." They left the diner in silence, the sound of their boots and the thunder outside merging into something unforgettable. Chad and his friends scrambled out moments later, too afraid to even look back. After they were gone, Lena sat in the corner booth, still shaking. Ryder came back inside quietly. He set a few $100 bills on the counter. "For the damage," he said simply. Lena shook her head. "You don't have to, I know," he replied, "but you've been standing alone for too long. Let someone stand for you this time." Tears spilled down her cheeks, not from fear this time, but from relief. No one had ever said words like that to her before. The Steel Titans weren't angels, but they had a code. And tonight, that code saved her. Days passed, and word spread fast. Everyone in town knew what had happened: the bully humiliated, the waitress protected, and the Steel Titans walking away without saying a word to the police. But the story didn't end there. A week later, Lena opened the diner door for another long shift and froze. Outside, parked by the curb, were 3 steel gray motorcycles. Ryder sat on one, cleaning his gloves. He nodded toward her. "Thought we'd stop in for breakfast. You serve black coffee, right?" She smiled for the first time in a long while. "Yeah. First cups on me. Ryder grinned. Then maybe the world's not as bad as it looks. Inside, as the rain started again, Lena realized something: she wasn't alone anymore. The same men society called outlaws were the ones who showed her real respect, real loyalty. And that day, she made a silent promise: no one would ever make her feel small again. The video ends as Ryder's voice echoes softly over the sound of engines starting. You don't need to be strong all the time. But when the world breaks you, find the people who'll stand with you, even if they wear leather and ride steel. If you believe in standing up against bullies and protecting the ones who can't fight back, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this story. Because kindness and courage, those are the real steel titans.